Simple past of the verb to be. This is a topic that we studied when we were on basic 11. So this is only a review, remember, right? The past tense of the verb to be, it has two forms, was and were. We use was for I, he, she, and it. And we use were for the rest of personal pronouns, we, you, and they. For statements, we say, for example, no, it was a great entry-level position. There were 8 of us. In questions, we have, the position at the beginning, was or were. Was I, was he, was she, was it, and the complement. Were we, were you, were they, and the complement too. For example, what was it like? How many people were there on your team? And what about the negative ones? The negatives, for example, we use, the subject and the personal pronoun, that they are I, he, she, it, we, you, they. And then according to the personal pronoun or depending on the personal pronoun, you use was or were and the negative word not. For example, using the contraction, we have wasn't or weren't, as in these sentences. But that wasn't a problem. There weren't a lot of challenges. Remember, you can use there was or there were to make statements or ask about something in the past. When a sentence begins with there, the subject comes after the verb to be. For example, there were apples. So apples are the subject in this case. In questions, there follows was or were. For example, were there any apples? So remember, then questions the position, were or was there, and then you continue with a complement. Any apples or how many apples were there? Look at the position. It's totally the opposite, as you can see. For affirmative, there is, there are for present simple. There was, there were for past. So this topic is also from basic level. So this is only a review, a practice. And remember, this is maybe new for you, questions with be like. So you can use questions with be like to ask someone to describe something. So we use be like to descriptions, okay, to describe, for descriptions. These questions have the form what, the verb to be, the subject, and like. For example, what is your teacher like? What were your colleagues like? No, what was your previous job like? I repeat, what is your teacher like? What were your colleagues like? What was your previous job like? Remember, we use what and like when we describe something or someone, okay? In this case, it's like when we use how. Yeah, it's like when we say how, for example. How is equal to this one. What and like. Okay? So when I say, what is your teacher like? It's like when I say, how is your teacher? What were your colleagues like? How were your colleagues? What was your previous job like? How was your previous job like? So this is only the theory.